know that more than 20% of students here at ASU's Tempe campus bike to class? Well, according to a recent survey done by the Tempe Bicycle Action Group, there are more than 9,000 bikers here on campus. Now, as a student of ASU who actually bikes from time to time, I can personally vouch to say that the new walk-only zone policy from ASU is a waste of both time as well as money. The purpose of my presentation today is to persuade you all that ASU needs to abolish its new walk-only policy. When I'm finished, you'll hopefully have a better understanding of just how extensive this policy has gotten, its main cause, and the solution that I'm proposing for it. So let's take a look at how extensive this policy has swept. So the walk-only zones here at Tempe's campus are overreaching in their punishments as well as lacking in any real safety benefit results. Upon the second occurrence of you not walking your bike or scooter or skateboard or whatever your vehicle of choice is, you're going to receive a fine as well as having to take a bike safety class, which is sanctioned by the university. The fine is usually around $15, and that covers the charge of the class itself. Now, the third strike includes another fine as well as the possible confiscation of your vehicle of choice. Now, these consequences can be very harmful for the average student, and they can also escalate over time if they aren't fixed. After speaking with Jordan Eller, a junior here at ASU's Tempe campus, she explained just how grossly overbearing this new policy has become. Jordan explained how she was clearly just riding her penny board when there's only 3 other people in the vicinity, and yet she was still punished for this, even though she was trying to get to class on time. Now, this is just pretty illustrative of how far this policy has gone when kids are simply just trying to be punctual. It is through Jordan's testimony as well as hundreds of other targeted students that we can see how exaggerated this policy has gotten and as well as how we need to change it. It's no longer turning into just a matter of keeping the general public safe. Now it's turned into a matter of trying to catch the villain on their skateboard riding around when there's no one else in the area. If left the way it is now, there's going to be a lot more money poured into the issue, and a lot more students as well as faculty are going to be wasting their time spent trying to get to class as well as the time that the actual university is spending on making such a policy as this. So let's now roll over to some of the causes of this problem. The policy was originally set in place due to the many incidents of a pedestrian colliding with a bicycler. Now, it should be noted, however, that these incidents are actually pretty few and far between. According to the Cycle Incident Report of 2013, there were not nearly enough incidents reported to actually justify a policy like the one that ASU has set in place. Now, however, according to the walk-only ambassador, Mithun Chandra Mohan, we've had at least 3 incidents each week where people are getting hurt. While this could very well be true, the root of the problem is what should be addressed, and not instead just blanketly covering the issue with a hasty solution. All right, now it's finally time to discuss the simple and clear solution to this problem. As of now, there's funding being spent on the walk-only zones in order to hire students as well as faculty to enforce the rules. So the simplest and most effective way in order to solve this issue would just be to eliminate the policy altogether. By doing so, students will be more apt to stay alert and responsible for themselves on their vehicle as well as for the other people around them. And As a result, more accidents will be minimized and people will be more accountable for their actions. As a student myself who bikes to class from time to time, I find it extremely frustrating as well as somewhat counterproductive having to walk my bike when the purpose of it is to ride it and to get to class faster and not slower. So, as you can see, by learning about how extensive this problem has gotten, some of its causes, and the solution that I've proposed, you can probably tell that leaving things the way they are just simply isn't an option right now. The consequences will only continue to grow more and more excessive, and students will be the ones who are suffering the most. I hope that you've all gained a new perspective on this unnecessary policy, and hopefully our discontent will only be temporary. Thank you.